naturally be in a pairing position. Watch me again. And the right hand is already in orbit at that point, and then we can drop it in. Boom, so forth. Good. Thank you, Rick. Good. The next technique is parting wings. All right, now on this technique, I'm going to highlight something about rounding the corner in the KENPO system. See, we like to elongate circles and round corners. What they do is that concept speeds up the action, speeds up the motion for you. With the help of Kevin. All right, now this is against a two-handed push. Kevin faces me, he steps in, pushing my shoulders, okay? I'm going to step back to a left neutral bow. At least that will brace me into the action. I want you to drop low. I don't want you guys to be up high. I want you down low and sturdy. All right, now, we're going to do two outward hand swords as he does it, and we're going to part the wings, so to speak, okay? But now, the next move, go ahead, Kevin, after this is going to be a forward bow, from a neutral to a forward bow, and we're going to do a right inward hand sword to the top of the rib cage. The reason I picked this target is that it turned that hand away from me. It controlled somewhat of his width. But I don't want this in my face, so the opposite hand comes back to check this arm. And it tracks right along this. And that's the kind of reaction you might get out of your opponent. All right, now watch again. We do the first move, and then the next. Bam! Now, in that action, I also hooked the eye with my left hand as this one hit the rib cage. Now see how Kevin's turned. That's very important. Now let's see it from this angle here. He pushes. As this hand comes back, I elongate that circle a little bit, catching the eye. This hand rounds the corner and goes into the ribs. This is what I mean about rounding corners. It doesn't just block and then move from that point, because you have to stop action, then start action. We'll do this slow. What I want it to do is to smooth out, round that corner and smooth it out. The forward bow stance will give this a lot of power. It'll give a tremendous amount of power and brace you into it. Okay? Now let's watch again. I get pushed, I slice the eye, and hit. At this point, I'm in my forward bow. Now, if he starts to turn towards me, then I go to my neutral and catch the throat. You see, when you teach these techniques, it's more than just hitting targets. He's reacting to what I'm doing. And like I said, from this point on, if he turns into me, wham, there's my retaliation. Now, as this front hand hits his throat, and like I said, if it knocks Kevin back and he moves back in again, he's going to run right into that. Now, we pivot into a forward bow, and I want you to take a good look at the middle knuckle. It fits into the solar plexus. It's a pinpointed weapon. It's a specialized weapon.